Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of seed saving. These are Cosmo. It's hard to see in the sun, but if you see, once the flower heads die, these little spiky things are the new seeds. So I just pull this right off. Or not, just the case may be. Hang on. There you go. And the spiky ones, not the light ones, but the dark colored ones, those are the seed heads for the Cosmo. So that's Cosmos. Okay, so Marigolds, what you're waiting for is this part of the seed head to go a little bit drier. That's the outside of the flower. And then you can normally pull the dead flower bits off. Normally, it's not a big issue. And then you'll end up with what looks like a little bale of straw. Those are the seeds. And if you spin it, they all fall out. If they don't all fall out, you can just open it up and pull them out manually. And you will end up with millions of marigolds. So many so that last year I needed jars to keep them in. And keep them very, very dry, because even though they seem dry right now, they can go moldy if you put them in a moist area. This is my poor marigold that's hidden at the back of the yard, but see, this is what I mean by the pods go really dry. And then the flowers will fall off, and then you'll have these little bales of what look like hay inside. Those are all the seeds. So you just pop the heads off, and the seeds will all come out. And this is why they self-seed so easily, because all of that is seed. On any of those black and white little heads on them, that's what those are inside there. See? Marigold seeds. Just throw them. They will self-seed everywhere. I'm trying to find you. These are the Crocosima seed heads, but I don't grow from here because they take 2 years or 3 years to flower. So I just leave them as is. And marigold seeds I just throw everywhere. I'm trying to find you some other ones. I got Snapdragons. Let's see if I can show you the Snapdragon seed heads. Okay, Snapdragon. So these are the Snapdragon flowers dying off. And then they leave all these little, what look like little tiny balls on the flower, where the flowers were. These will dry out and they'll get little holes in them. They look like a little bell, you know, those little dingly bells you used to get on things when you were a kid. That's what they will look like. And I'll try and find you some that are dried up later on. And that's where the seeds come out from for those. My Snapdragons this year just absolutely love the heat. These are my giant marigolds. They're probably 3 feet high. Last year they were even bigger than this, but I guess those were about 4 feet high. Saving seeds from these is exactly the same process. In fact, this poor one fell over, and you can actually see, wait till I get you in the shade, you can actually see those are black and white little things in there. Those are the seeds. Now, because this is broken and I don't want it to fall over, I am just going to pop that head off and let it dry inside. I think these are Nigella, I think. I'm terrible at remembering names, but those are the seed heads for these. Now, this is the first year I've grown these, so my assumption is that they will dry right out. And you just harvest the seeds from in there. I'm waiting to show you pansies, what the seed heads look like for those, but if you need to see those, I think Tracy has done some on hers, and I will put a link to her page. These are bloody cottonwood seed weeds. Damn things are everywhere. And I know I showed you this already, but these are the sweet peas. I gotta go harvest some more. But these are my poppies. Some of them I took down because they were falling in an inappropriate place that I didn't want poppies growing. So you just pull them off, let them dry out. The seeds will come out of these tiny little holes here. Sorry, the tiny little holes here. So they're pretty easy to tell when they're ready. But I have taken them off before when they're not ready and let them just dry here. And these are seed heads from my Delphinium. Same thing, just let them dry, shake them, and then pick up all those million seeds that are in there. These are my white marigolds, so I got to remember to save seeds from those. I've never saved seeds from my zinnias before because I have so many of them, but I'll try that this year. What else? Lots of stuff to save seeds from. Anyway, chive heads. We know how to save seeds from chive. Mine have all got their seed heads are empty now because I've shook them all into the ground or pulled them off to save them. But these, you'll see tiny little black dots all in here. Those are your chive seeds. You just pull these off and shake them like everything else, and all the chives will fall off. Chive seeds will fall off. So not the best example because they've just been watered. But this is the pod heads behind the flowers. So you can see the, no you can't, let's get you out of the sun. This here will turn into this. And there is where all your seeds are for your pansies and violas. And they just, like everything else, just dry out. I just pull them off and chuck them in the ground. Yeah, so there's the dried ones that have all fallen off. So that's violas and pansies. Whew, it's warm. Bee balm. Those are bee balm back there. Can't remember the Latin name for them, but these, they are very similar to chive heads. They will get little black seeds in them, and I just pop the heads off and shake them, and they will grow everywhere. As you can tell, they're all over the place. Can't wait for my seedlings to open. And doing Columbine seeds are very similar to doing the Delphiniums. They get these little dried pockets at the end. And the little black seed heads are just inside. There you go. Black seeds are just inside. They're very much similar to a chive seed in size and shape. Here's another really good example of seeds from the cosmos. Those black, oh, I'll try and focus you in a bit. The really dark parts, those are the seeds. So you can pull them off or let them self-drop. These are purple bergamots, bee balm, and they get chive heads, like little chive seeds on top of them, and you just shake them. And these are what I call these miniature delphiniums. I don't know what they are. They're gorgeous, but they do the same as the delphiniums and the, oh God, my brain's gone for a shitter today. The Columbine, they get little tiny black seeds, and I just shake the heads upside down. I want it back on the dirt. That's about it. As you can see, the Columbine self-seed everywhere they fall. There was one other thing I forgot that I save seeds from, and that would be my black hollyhocks. They're quite tall, but these are the seed pods for black holly, for any hollyhocks as far as I know. And they've got, I believe, discs inside, so once these have dried, they will open up, or I will open them up and collect the seeds from them inside. And they are, like I said, they're like a disc. I'll show you when there's some collected.